Hi, my name is Lily Wolf, and I'm here with the amazing Amanda Kaiser. How are you, Amanda?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for asking.
Good. It's good to see you.
So, when did you start your career in entertainment? How did it get started, and how long ago?
Oh my gosh. I started performing when I was about 13, 14. I had seen a friend of mine in a production of Annie. So cliche, I know. And I was like, oh, that looks like fun. I want to do that. And so I auditioned for the very next show that they were doing, and I got in. And then it just kind of all went from there. I started taking voice lessons, I started taking dance classes, and then I just snowballed from there, kept doing theater. And then I ended up going to a theater college. I went to the Boston Conservatory to study musical theater. And then from then I just started working. Started doing cruise ships. I did dinner theaters, production shows, stuff like that. And then I landed in Vegas, and here I am.
Well, your career sounds very exciting. What are some of the highlights of your career? What would you consider the most exciting parts?
Oh my gosh. I think one of the most exciting parts was just being able to travel to so many different places. I got to spend 6 months performing in Japan, and just all of the cool places that I got to go on the cruise ship, and I got to perform in Peru. So just all of the cool places that I got to see that I probably wouldn't have had I not been performing. But the number one highlight of my life and career was when I got to sing in a choir with Barbara freaking Streisand.
No way.
And I didn't faint. I didn't pee my pants. I didn't make a fool out of myself. Yes, I got to sing on the same stage with the Queen Diva herself. And if lightning struck me down, I would have been happy.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Did you always know that this would be your career path in entertainment, or what did you envision that you would be doing before you got started?
You know what? This was it. I didn't have a plan B. I just didn't think about it. This was all I wanted to do. And there was just really no other option. So I just did it. And I think that if I had had a plan B, I may have not done a lot of the things that I was able to do, because I would have chickened out because I would have had a plan B. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just kind of went for it because that was all that I had. So that's it. And then that led me to my vocal studio, which I have now, which was never even a thought in my brain until I opened it 3 years ago. So it just kind of if you really just listen to your gut and listen to your heart, I think your path will just lead you to where you need to be.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
So your studio, what kinds of things do you do? Do you teach private vocal lessons? I heard you do some online workshops. What are those like?
Yeah. So I do a lot of things. I do vocal lessons, audition prep. I have all of the online workshops that I do. So I have a self-tape workshop because hello, pandemic city, everything's gonna be self-tapes, right? So I have that one. I have a rep class. I have pop musical theater, and connecting with pop songs so you can sing those for musical theater auditions, because hello, look at Broadway now, it's all pop styles, right?
Right.
So we do that. I also have a college prep course that I do for musical theater college auditions, all of that stuff. So I've been blessed to know some very smart people who are smarter than me that I've learned from, and now I'm able to share with all of you.
You mentioned audition prep. So what would you say was your scariest audition or most intimidating?
Oh boy, that's hard because I feel like all auditions are so scary, but I think the scariest ones are the ones that you want the most, right? Because they're the ones that have the most riding on it. I don't think I have a scariest one in particular because they all scare me, which is okay.
Right.
It should scare you a little bit, right? Because that means you want it. It's just a matter of controlling that adrenaline and controlling those nerves and letting them work for you.
Everyone has a little bit of it, right? We're all human, we all have nerves. So how have your nerves and adrenaline helped you in your performing career, or have you just never had stage fright? Or
people think that if they're nervous, then that means something's wrong. But I think something's wrong if you're not nervous, because you should have a little bit at stake, right? And that should make you should be a little bit out of your comfort zone so that you can have that energy and have that passion, right? So for me, I was super shy when I was younger and when I was first starting in theater. I did nothing but ensemble stuff. I was always in the chorus, which was great because I got to hone my dance skills and my, part singing and harmonies and all of that stuff. So I was always in the back, which was totally fine with me at the time. But it was then just a matter of baby steps out of that comfort zone and knowing that people weren't there to judge. They were there to have a good time and to have fun and to be entertained. And then you can just look at it as everybody's there together. Everybody's, if you mess up, who cares, right? Sometimes that's even funnier, right? If you mess up, sometimes the audience loves it. So I think that having that little bit of nervous energy behind you is very helpful. But you do have to have the right frame of mind around it and not let it paralyze you and use it for good.
Right. What is the key way to succeed as a performer?
Oh, that's a large question. But I would say, for one, don't be a jerk. Just don't be a jerk. Nobody wants to work with a jerk. Nobody wants to be around a jerk. Nobody, just be nice, be kind, be humble. And then also, there's no such thing as too good. You're never too good to take a voice lesson. You're never too good to have an acting coach. You're never too good to take another dance class, right? So I would say keep growing, keep learning, keep finding those people that have something that you can learn from, which is almost everybody, right?
Right.
I can learn something from you even, right? So it's just never stop growing and learning.
What advice would you give to someone who was like you in the past, who discovered the performing arts and wanted to pursue a career and maybe was a little shy or a little apprehensive or maybe had too many plan Bs? What would you say to someone like that?
Oh gosh, I would say just don't take no for an answer and just keep going. I have to say, I was never one of those kids growing up that people thought, oh, she's gonna be a performer. She's gonna go on Broadway. She's gonna do this for a living. I was never that kid, ever. I was shy, I was very soft-spoken. My voice didn't even develop really until college. So don't give up on yourself and don't listen to people who think they know your path for you. You carve your own path. And there are so many different voice types needed in the performing world. There's so many different body types needed. There's so many different colors needed. So just stay true to who you are and forge your own path. And don't take no for an answer, and don't listen to anybody who says you can't do it.
Wise words, very inspiring. Thank you.
You're welcome. I mean, I lived it, you know, I was never that kid. People would have never thought that I would perform in all of the things that I have. But I kept working at it, and I practiced, and I worked hard, and you know, hard work pays off.
So do you surprise yourself sometimes, or is your ability equal to your confidence in yourself?
I think I still surprise myself sometimes. Yeah, because I'm still a student. I take voice lessons still. Even though I teach voice lessons, I have amazing teachers that I'm surrounded by that I still work with. So if ever I'm in a lesson with them and a note comes out that hasn't come out in years, you know, that's shocking to me. I think I also surprise myself with my own students too, you know, because no student is the same. And so I in my lessons with my students, we just try different things. Does this work for you? Does this work for you? Because what works for one person doesn't work for another, right? And then sometimes I'll just like throw out a random, well, let's just try this. And then it works. And oh my gosh, she just like went over this huge hurdle. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I do know what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh. So that's very exciting. So yeah, I still get sometimes.
That's awesome. What do you love most about performing? I mean, there's so many things to love about performing, but what is the most important or lovable thing about performing for you?
The opportunity to give people a break, especially now. Giving people a break from their day-to-day lives, from whatever may be stressing them out, to, you know, having a stressful day at work, or, you know, having even a good day, right?
Right.
But helping people celebrate the good times too. I think it's just bringing that entertainment and fun and that needed stress-free time into people's lives. I think that is.
We all do need that from time to time, do we?
Yeah. And I think a lot of people are missing it right now too, right? Live theater, there's nothing like seeing somebody sing live and in person.
Right, there's something special about it.
Yeah, you can't feel the energy through the screen. I mean, we do what we have to do right now, right? But I think the performing arts world is going to come back like 1,000 trillion fold, because people are really realizing how much they miss with it gone.
The show must go on.
It's true. And it will.
So if you could go back in time to the beginning of your career, what advice would you give your past self?
Whew. I think I would say do more things that scare you, because I think I got a little comfortable in where I was. And so I never took the leap to audition for Broadway or anything like that. I never took that extra step to audition for those types of things. So I would say don't get too comfortable and do more things that scare you.
I'll keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
It's important to keep yourself, right?
Yeah, and I would say that to anybody. You know, like success sometimes happens outside of this comfort zone that we have, but it's hard to step out of that because we're comfortable.
Well, you are such an amazing person, and your career has been so successful, and I'm sure people would love to work with you or learn from you. So what are your online workshops like? Like what do you like? I know you teach voice lessons and you hold audition prep. What other things do you do, and where can we find you?
Okay, so yes, so my online workshops are mostly group classes. And my voice lessons are one-on-one, and audition prep is one-on-one as well. So you can find info on that at my website, which is www.singcityvocalstudio.com. Sing City. And oh, my cat's coming to say hi. And some of the workshops that I do, self-tape workshops, right? Everybody's gonna need them. Everybody's gonna need them. So we go over how to light yourself, the different microphones that you can use, how to frame yourself, how to act with the camera, because it's completely different, right? Acting with the camera than in an actual human situation. So we talk about all of that stuff. And then there's an option at the end to submit a self-tape for some feedback as well. So that one's a really popular one. And then also my college audition prep is a really popular one too, because that's a whole different ballgame, right?
Right.
It's not like auditioning for a show. You're actually auditioning as yourself.
To learn.
Yeah. So it's totally different ballgame than auditioning for an actual show. So we go into like the pre-screens, what's expected with that. We go into the pre-screen common, which a lot of, I think about 30 colleges now are a part of. We go into self-tape some more. We go into how to choose appropriate rep for college, and how to choose the right college for yourself, how to choose the right program, all of that kind of stuff.
Help with big decisions.
Yeah, big decisions. Yeah, because it's, it's 4 years of your life and quite frankly, a lot of money, right?
Yeah.
So you want to make sure that you're in the right place. But yeah, so you can find me at my website, or you can just email me at singcityvocalstudio@icloud.com. Yeah, those are the best ways.
It was so great to talk to you and see you again. Thank you so much for coming.
Yay, thank you for having me. It was so good to see you and chat.
Bye.
Bye, thank you.